Hello and welcome to a very short video. My name is Merete and I am one of the two who have the Countryside Knitting podcast. This is a short video about how to make a very easy blanket. It is knitted and the only thing you need to know is to knit and yarn over and two together, and a little bit of crochet at the end if you want. The idea to this blanket came to me when I knitted this in Norwegian. I think it's only Norwegian. It is a kind of a scarf. It is called Fino Favorittsjal by Strikk Innom, Marit Setten. I will link to it below. But I just used the way that it is knitted and with the holes. I think it's a very easy and very nice way to make it reversible. A quick knit and easy knit. So I looked in my stash and I found some baby merino extra fine from Drops. That is not my favorite yarn, but I had quite a lot and it is very good for babies. You can wash it on, I think it's 40 degrees, isn't it? So I cast on the number of stitches I thought would be okay, which seemed to be a little bit too much, but what I then decided was to have the blanket this way. That's also a little bit fun. So this is what it looks like. And what I have done is, to show you, I cast on the number of stitches I wanted, and that is of course depending on your gauge and how big you want it. It can be for babies, it could be for dolls, it could be for children or grown-ups, what you want. Then I knit, so I have like eight rounds, so I can count to 4 of this, in Norwegian we call it rille. And then I take a new color and then I knit one, I have one yarn over and knit two together, then yarn over, knit two together, all the way until there is one stitch left. So when I don't give you any number of stitches, just you have to, you can divide it with 2. Then it will be easy. And I mean, that is not difficult. So I knitted until I thought it was big enough. And as I said, I wanted to have it this way. And then I bind off, and I had searched on YouTube for a nice picot ending, and I had the crochet needle hook, is it? And made this at the end. It's not difficult at all, and I will give you the link to the video I used. And when I had made this, I thought about all the yarn that I have that I don't know what to do with, and I found some bright colors. And now I didn't cast on that many stitches. I think this is, I don't remember, look at my Ravelry page. And I found some other. Is it the wrong? This is the back side. So this will be with stripes this way, not this way. And here you can see that I have knitted with me every second loose end, and I'll show you at the end of the video how I do that to not make it disturb the holes. So this is very easy to bring with me. I can have it in my bag, I can knit everywhere until it gets very big. If you knit a big blanket, of course, that will be a little bit of a problem. I have combined 2 different yarns here. They are not exactly the same thickness, but it's okay. It works out very fine. And the one that I am most pleased with is the one that I have in wool. This is lamb's wool from Hillesvåg. It is called Vilja. And one of these are lamb's wool from Rauma. Look at this. This time it's much lighter, and I wanted it to be a little bit bigger, and the stripes are going to be like this way, horizontally. So I think this is 150 stitches, and I use needle size 3, but that depends on your gauge and your the yarn and how you want it. With this yarn I have to have 3.5. And I wanted to use my hand-dyed yarn, and I had only one skein 100 grams of Vilja and I'm not able to make the same color again, so I thought I would have to be sure that I have enough yarn. I had Rauma lapse wool. It's a little bit thinner, but that's perfect, doesn't matter. And so I have every second stripe of the brown is the hand-dyed, which makes it last a lot longer. So this is so fun. I mean, to have hand-dyed yarn in garter, I think it's sometimes may look a little bit messy, but when it's just a little bit, I love it. So I think maybe somebody made a pattern with this. I didn't read it. It's only my inspiration from Merete, from this, and I think this is a wonderful idea and I will use it, and if you want, you are really welcome to do it also. So that was just an idea, and use it if you want to. I knit one stitch, then I take one yarn over, two together, yarn over, two together, and I continue the whole round. So this is the way I do it. Yarn over, whoops, knit two together, yarn over, knit two together, and continue to that. This is the back side of the blanket, and as you can see here, I have knitted in one of the two loose ends from every stripe. That makes it a little bit easier when I'm finishing and I have to weave in the loose ends. And normally I would do that when I begin with a new yarn, but because of the holes here, I have to wait to the second, what to call it, we call this one a rille, on the round number 3, that is. So what I do is, this is the yarn I'm going to knit with, and this is the loose end, and I put the yarn I'm going to knit with on one finger and the loose end like this. It's a bit difficult to explain. I have to tighten them. This is the yarn I'm going to knit with, and this is the loose end, and this is how they are placed in my hand. And this is the way I knit. The first stitch I knit, and then I place the needle under the loose end and knit, and then over the loose end, under the loose end, and over the loose end. And I continue like this until the loose end is so small, or I think it's enough. So you can see now, this is enough. And I can just cut it on the other side. Makes it a little bit easier.